What is popping, everybody? What is genuinely and honestly good? It is your girl, the sweetest of jazzes, and finally, I have returned from my YouTube hiatus. Yes, I know you've missed me over the last 8 or so months, and I'm sure you're wondering, like, damn, Jasmine, it must have been an act of God herself to bring you back from the YouTube grave, and to that I would say, you might be closer than you think. Back in 2021, America, the rest of the world, and most importantly, myself, we were all trying desperately to claw our way out of the global pandemic and back towards some form of normalcy. Dare I say it, even joy. For me, personally, I got a job slinging sandwiches for 35 hours a week, and though it did not make me very much money, it did a lot to help keep me sane in that short period of time. But outside of that sub shop, when I was at home, all I had time to do was consume social media, and that I did, okay? I consumed. And because of that consumption, I was so blessed and highly favored by the content gods above to stumble across FANNITA. If you haven't heard, this is FANNITA, a 25-year-old comedian on TikTok whose videos I started to see gain traction around early 2021. Now, you've heard me say the word comedian already, and I know I can picture what that's putting in your head, right? You're like, does she do stand-up? You know, maybe skits, maybe she's a writer. And if you were thinking anywhere along those lines, right, I want you to go ahead and clap. Go ahead and clap, give yourself a round of applause for being so outrageously wrong about the content you're going to see here this evening. And before we go any further, now seems like a good time to drop a quick little content warning. If you don't really like, graphic sexual descriptions, I don't think you're gonna like FANNITA.
This is for the dudes that be wearing the tank top with the Nike shorts combo and maybe a chain during the summer. I'm slutting you out. I'm slutting all y'all out because you came out the house looking like that, ready to play, and I don't like fucking games. You know what time it is. Your mama know you dress like that, thought? Anyway, baby, wear what you want. You like Hennessy? You like Crown Royal? I got it on me. But just know, I'm pushing your boxer briefs to the motherfucking side when you pull up.
Now, this may have been the video that introduced me to FANNITA personally. It did really well on TikTok when it was posted. As of right now, it's got about 2.9 million views and mostly all positive comments. It definitely makes me laugh every time I see this. It's a little bit, obviously, vulgar, a little bit aggressive, right? Generally not a way that people speak to men, or anybody, for that matter. I definitely remember becoming relatively familiar with FANNITA at this time, and I can say I've always associated her with this brand of comedy. Really, I would describe her kind of as almost as a pioneer, right? In my eyes, she really revolutionized catcalling in a way that I personally have never seen done before. Honestly, it's impressive.
I need somebody. Yeah, I'm gonna show you who I motherfucking need. I want Vincent Hacker. I want him on a motherfucking platter. Because once I get him, reality is truly whatever I want it to be.
That's you out. Look,
Yeah, you're a slut. You're a fucking slut. He could call me a dirty, ugly, fucking porch monkey, and I would still slurp his and his balls and choke on it and let him hit with no condom. He's my last infinity stone. Benny, them little panties you got on, they coming right the fuck off. Why do you have on so much jewelry? Only whores accessorize that much. You want somebody to look at you. And baby, I'm looking. My eyes are wide open. You got me.
stop.
Don't worry, everybody. I'll protect us. Hey, Chris, if you want to fucking wreck somebody, wreck me. Yeah? You want to fucking wreck me? Then fucking do it. And you know what? I'm not scared. You can fuck me with your huge fucking journalism. With your massive fucking horse. Yeah? If you want to smoke, you know where to find me. Also, if you want some head, you know where to find me. A back rub. Hot on massage. Unprotected sex. Yeah, I'm not afraid. Damn right.
Now, me personally, okay, I never followed FANNITA, all right? I am not going to be accepting any responsibility for condoning this behavior that popped her off, all right? I may have had a chuckle or two. I can't guarantee I've never thrown a like, okay? But in a general sense, I think anybody this openly horny should probably be jailed, okay? The horsecock line was purely criminal in a way that really does not sit right with me. I know, you guys, okay? Nobody likes the fun police, okay? I don't want to be the little rat coming in here and throwing a cold sprinkler in the middle of a black woman's fun, okay? I don't want to be that, right? But I wonder, like, why are we okay with this? Are we still okay with this? Like, I get it, right? The role reversal. You know, men catcall women in the streets and, you know, often do way worse things when given the chance. So it's like, why not have a little fun, right? Why not turn it on them for once? I definitely think these kinds of videos could scratch an itch for a certain subset of people, right? I mean, plus, you know, women empowerment, right? Guys, girls like sex. Bro, news flash, bro. Girls like sex, bro. Yes. You heard WAP. You've seen Sexy Red, and now we got FANNITA, a large and in charge, proud black woman ready to objectify any and every attractive man she can find. And we're cool with that, right? I mean, right? Regardless, this comedy did super well on TikTok over the last 3.5 years. FANNITA has garnered around 2.4 million followers across the platforms, give or take. And I want to say, not every single video FANNITA has ever posted has been explicitly about catcalling men. You know, she makes videos just like giving her opinions on things or telling stories, just like talking about stuff, basically. I think it's undeniable that the people who follow her and enjoy her content follow her because they like her. You know, they like who she is, they like her personality. I just want to be clear, though, that I do think that the sexual and kind of like aggressive nature of her early content is what attracted the majority of her following, and I think that most of the people who know of her would say that that's kind of how they know of her, which will matter in the future. Just wait. Fast forward 2 years from that and into the summer of 2023. Massive beauty brand Tarte, known for their award-winning formulas and controversial offering of shade ranges, prepared a brand trip to take a bunch of influencers to Miami for the Formula One Grand Prix. I think it's about like racing cars or something. A day or so before the trip took place, a black influencer named Bria, who had about 460,000 followers on TikTok at the time, posted a video on her page about how, although she had been invited on the trip and was intending to go, she would actually be dropping out. The reason she gave for this was that she had received an itinerary for the weekend that did not include activities on Sunday, the day of the actual race. Basically, Bria was being flown out to Miami for the car show on Thursday to stay until Saturday, but she unfortunately would not be in town to experience the actual race. You know, she was not important enough for that. She'd be back home by then, unfortunately. And this upset her, especially because when she asked around to her influencer friends who were also planning on going on the trip, all of their itineraries finished on Monday, so they would all be staying through the weekend except for Bria, from her perspective. Because of this, she took to TikTok to air her grievances and let her followers know that she would not be attending the trip, posting this video.
Race is on Sunday the 7th. I was invited to come out from the 4th to the 6th. But initially in the email, it said something about being front row May 7th at the race. So once I realized my flights didn't align with the actual race, I asked them about it and they said, oh, don't worry, you'll still get to see like the practice races and stuff. But I have some friends that are going on the trip and I asked them when they were leaving and they all said they were leaving Monday and I was the only one leaving Saturday. I have worked too hard to get to where I am today and I will be damned as a black creator if I accept anything other than equal treatment on these trips.
Now, I don't want to harbor on this too much, but I think it's really important for us to hone in on what she said here, right? She didn't call Tarte racist. I don't even think she implied that. What she said was, as a black creator, I will be damned if I ever let a company make me feel like I am worth less than anybody else, or paraphrasing, kind of, whatever. How I took that was, it doesn't matter why I'm not receiving the same treatment as everyone else. As a black person and a black woman, I am feeling the very familiar feeling of being singled out, and I simply will be subject to it. Does that make sense? It doesn't really matter anyway. Everybody thought she was calling Tarte racist. That video actually kind of popped off when she posted it, much to Bria's dismay, because she got a lot of hate for that. The general sentiment that most people felt when Bria posted this was that she really should have just shut up and ate her food in Miami and been grateful for the opportunity, which I also think is a fair take to have. I mean, some of us wake up at 6:30 a.m., 5 days a week, and brave the New York City subway system just to sit in office all day and make a mere fraction of what Bria was probably making. It is very hard to listen to some late 20s millennial who makes iPhone videos for a living complain about not getting enough free days at the racetrack on my free trip to Miami. No matter how valid the point that Bria was making could have been within the context of her situation, it just came across really tone-deaf. Almost as tone-deaf as FANNITA posting this video the following day, absolutely gobbling the knob of Tarte Cosmetics.
So Tarte called me up yesterday and was like, hey, you want to fly out to Miami tonight? I said, hell yes, I'm on the plane. and they got us first class. This is my first time ever flying first class. It was amazing. Like, I'm so sorry. Y'all are so mad. Like, yes, Tarte likes me. Like, I'm sorry. Like, champagne was tasting good as hell in first class. It tasted better because it was first class. You know what I'm saying? We had a connecting flight in Chicago, and then we were back and headed towards Miami. And I just want to say this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's always talking about how I talk and how I act. These brands love me. I have a personality. Get one, and you'll reap the benefits. I'm telling you, y'all. Y'all don't have to act a certain way for people to like you or to be like PC or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I act the way I act, and look at me. I'm in Miami for the Formula One race, and Tarte decked me out. Come on. You're mad. You're mad. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm sorry. They gave me the hookup. They love me.
So I'm sure you can imagine the way that this came across to literally everybody that saw this video with a little bit of context. At this point, all the hate that was being directed toward Bria about her original Tarte video was just kind of like tripled and pointed straight at FANNITA. Okay, this was not received well. FANNITA's comments were flooded with people calling her a token, saying she was being used by Tarte, saying she has no morals, a whole slew of other things. At first, she sort of took this on the head and got a little snarky about it with another black creator named Nikkei, who was also invited on the trip after Bria dropped out.
Hi, from Tarte. It's Rex and Blazers in.
Yes. Hi, I'm FANNITA.
Yes. And now here.
I just want to say sorry that I'm living my best life.
Huh. So, for whatever reason, the criticism in the comments continued to get worse after this video. Apparently, it got so bad that FANNITA and all the other influencers in Miami felt the need to link up together and call this girl Bria on the phone and I guess beg her to make them look good again.
Thursday, my manager asked me if I want to go to Miami because Tarte invited me. I said, absolutely. I'm a comedy creator. We don't get opportunities like that. We don't get experiences like that. I was super excited to go. It was my very first brand trip. I was ready. I just packed my bags. I was on my phone, left. I came back. I posted my vlog of the hotel, talking in a tone that I always talk in, that is consistent throughout all my videos. And I posted it, went to the pool, came back, went on live, and somebody called me a token. Me jokingly saying, I'm a comedian. I say, all right, I'm a token then. Now what? Like, there's no way to combat that. I was being sarcastic. At this point, I had zero knowledge about Bria. I don't know Bria. I didn't know Bria before this. I didn't know any of her content. I didn't know that any of this was going on. I was just a person on a trip that a lot of people go on.
So to make sure we're all on the same page right now, FANNITA is saying that she had no clue that Bria existed, let alone that she had dropped out of this brand trip prior to getting hate on her original vlog, which is fair. And I think it's an important thing to note in this conversation. Bria wasn't really that big of a creator then. Like, yes, she did have over 400,000 followers on TikTok, but in the grand scheme of TikTok, when somebody like, I don't know, Baby Chino can have almost 1 million followers, and I bet you've never seen that kid a day in your life. Bria wasn't really that famous, so it's understandable that FANNITA might have never seen or heard of her video up to this point.
I started seeing comments the next day under my vlog about me being proud to be a token, and I'm getting a lot of hate for this situation that all started from miscommunication. So once I realized this wasn't just a random attack and there was actually something going on, me and the other girls, we decided to speak to Bria herself and get the full scope of what happened. There were different girls coming on different days, and everybody was leaving a different day, not just Bria. It wasn't a race thing. Multiple people were all leaving the different day. Not everybody was staying till Sunday. So as me and all the other black girls are getting a lot of hate, we decide we have to talk to Bria. We have to get Bria on the phone. We get Bria on the phone. Bria's very nasty and she's very rude and she's not trying to be helpful at all. She's not trying to rectify the situation. She's trying to get out of this with not taking any accountability. We were begging Bria to stand up for us and to stick up for us. We were making her aware that we were getting influxes of hate comments, racial slurs, getting attacked and drugged through the mud for a situation that didn't involve us and only involved her. And it was such a minute misunderstanding. It was about a copy and paste error on an itinerary.
Wait, so was the error on the itinerary that she was sent? Or was the error in Bria's eyes when she read the itinerary? Because now, originally, FANNITA was saying the fault was Bria's, but now it's starting to sound like the fault might have been on Tarte. Also, I'm not understanding why the girls on the free trip to Miami felt the need to call Bria back home on the phone, probably sulking on her couch about the trip she's not currently on, and try to force her to put on her super suit and stop them from getting hate comments somehow. Like, I totally believe that FANNITA did not know about Bria dropping out before the trip, but whether she knew or not, it had already been made public. So for her to then post a video, not just attending the trip, but sucking Tarte off the entire time as well, just came across very pointed in the court of public opinion. And then she continued to stoke the fire. So I'm not sure why in the situation she felt entitled to take the trip, talk her shit about it, egg people on, and have only positive comments in her comment section. Also, who cares about your comment section, dude? You're literally in Miami. You're on a free trip to Miami to go to an event that anyone without a couple of followers would have to pay a minimum of $1,000 per ticket to see. Not to mention food and hotels and whatever else they give you on a brand trip, and you're spending time looking at your comment section at all? Touch grass, bro. How much easier can it get for you to breathe real air and enjoy real experiences? They're literally paying you to do that. Okay. Now I know this all probably seems like a tangent, right? How is this controversy relevant to the overall conversation about FANNITA? Well, this situation started with a black woman, Bria, posting a video on her TikTok page about how she didn't feel like she was being treated the same as her counterparts. FANNITA, for all intents and purposes, jumped in quickly to do damage control for this massive brand and then blamed Bria for not doing enough to stop people from hating on her. The way FANNITA handled the situation just never really sat right with a lot of people, I think, but for the most part, like everything else, we all just sort of forgot about it. Until recently, when, something brought us the reminder. So we'll skip through a few other minor FANNITA controversies.
Think we need to stop. Like, some people are ugly and that's fine.
Through the rest of 2023 into present day 2024, where we are currently experiencing an all-new FANNITA. Yes, we can finally address the elephant in the room, or lack thereof. FANNITA lost some weight. I believe she said in a video that she's lost over 160 pounds in the last year, and that's incredible. Losing large amounts of weight is no easy feat, so very much good for her. And I'm not just taking the time to comment on a woman's body for no reason, okay? FANNITA herself said that now that she's not fat, she won't be filtered either.
I had a master scheme, right? So when I was fat, you know what I mean, and like loud and shit, I couldn't say certain things. I made a whole video about it. It was 7 minutes long. If you didn't watch it, you didn't watch it, right? And so now the videos of how I used to talk and how I present myself, that was me code switching. No, FANNITA was code switching. Yes, I was. I was code switching for a check. I'll bounce his ass for a check and flash these titties.
What couldn't she say when she was fat? I feel like she said a lot when she was fat.
And I like the fact that y'all tell me that y'all are jumping off buildings and laying on train tracks. Like, that really do something to my soul. This is the real me, and she's free. I told y'all, I literally was planning on getting these new titties and going in on you bitches. Because y'all have gotten away with talking about me for far too long. You know what I'm saying? I'm not copying nobody's personality. FANNITA ain't got to copy a funky funk ass thing from nobody.
Y'all, I'm just really lost on who y'all is. What you're seeing right now, this is my first time ever speaking about FANNITA. I don't know if you or maybe someone you know has been posting TikToks or something about her. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure people have talked shit about her in the past, but I mean, I think it's a little ridiculous to actively gain a following on social media and expect never to receive criticism or just outright hate. People on the internet are unhinged, and they can mostly get away with it because they're just nameless, faceless profiles, but not for FANNITA. She's identified every single one of her haters, and unfortunately, you and I, we fit the description. Yep, guys, the jig is up. We have all collectively gotten away with bashing and shitting on FANNITA for way too long, and it's done. Look, why don't you guys just go ahead and line up behind me, okay, single file, and we'll go ahead and receive our due lashings from Mother FANNITA. And up first is this girl.
I don't go near this one because this, I meant to throw out, it smells, it has my puke on it for my birthday last year.
This is Alex Earl, a white influencer who has about 10.5 million followers between her Instagram and her TikTok. Honestly, I didn't even look at any of her other socials. I felt like that demonstrated a lot right there. Alex got big around a similar time as FANNITA, maybe a bit later, and she's known for doing, like, get ready with me videos, where she just kind of, like, records herself getting dressed to go somewhere and talking about her day or something.
Get ready with me to go to happy hour with my friends. Kristen and I aren't drinking this month, so I don't know what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna have, like, Diet Coke and, like, guacamole and chips. I dyed my hair a little bit blonder yesterday, and I have to say, guys, I am feeling so much better. Next time I say that I want to dye my hair darker, can one of you send me this video? Because I am just a blonde. Like, that's just the way it's meant to be. I don't know why I kept trying to change it, but we're back.
Now, Alex blew up on TikTok. I have no clue where she came from, but she is like Taylor Swift for chronically online 15 to 25-year-old white women, okay? They love her. And while her content is definitely not really my cup of tea per personally, just like with FANNITA, I can see why she would be entertaining. You know, she's funny, she's goofy, whatever. It's clear to me that a large part of the reason why Alex resonates with a lot of people is the combination of the way that she looks with the way that she acts, right? She looks like a Barbie doll, she acts like a 13-year-old boy. It's the dichotomy of the two. Honestly, I'd even say her content and her success online has a lot of similarity to FANNITA's. So imagine my surprise when
Alex Earl comes to the podium. Alex Earl has the luxury of being able to have white fucking privilege. Imagine a black girl comes online and says she has a dress with throw up in it. She's nasty as fuck. What is Alex and what's me? Me and Alex engage in pretty much the same damn shit. And I'm more entertaining, and I have a podcast, and I'm funny.
I'm gonna have to stop you. I'm gonna have to stop you right there, FANNITA, and I'm gonna really quickly listen. I'm gonna really quickly present you with some numbers. Okay, I'm not trying to attack anybody. I'm not trying to attack anyone. I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable, right? I want to present you with some figures to examine, and you can just, you guys at home, you guys can tell me what you think about this, okay?
Me and Alex engaged in pretty much the same damn shit.
Alex is funny to white people, or is she even funny? And this is not a drag, Alex. I'm not trying to drag you. I'm just keeping it fucking real. Because if you could get 50K for a brand deal, bitch, we both know I deserve it. 60K, 70K, 80K. You know what I'm saying? I'm having to settle right now for my little funky ass 20. But I want what you white hoes get, and I want it today, ASAP, not tomorrow. Prada, I spent $6,000 in your store. I better be receiving some gifting like y'all do every other white hoe that don't purchase shit from y'all. I need a small bottle of perfume or something for France, if you don't mind.
Ugh, my God, it's so cringe that she would say any of this. Like, I don't understand why you would. Anyway, this part of the situation garnered a lot of attention. Obviously, FANNITA name dropped a way larger creator and kind of just like shitted on her for no reason. So the overarching point that was being made just completely got lost in the trash that she delivered. But I'm not gonna do that. Okay, FANNITA, I'm not gonna do that. I hear you, right? I see you. And I'm going to try to address what I think that you're saying. I think FANNITA believes that because she's not white and skinny and, you know, maybe a little bit prettier, you know, she's not seeing success the way that her white peers seem to be. You know, she's not hitting those 50K brand deal marks, only the little funky 20s, which, oh my God, FANNITA, I can't imagine having to only take 20,000 for my hard-earned TikTok posts. Oh my God, girl, I totally feel you. Although you do seem to be doing pretty well.
You bitches ain't never had a house call before, funky bitches. I'm in my living room. You're in the project.
Realistically, on planet Earth, where you and I believe, are both from, there is no world where this statement makes any practical sense at all. Like, numbers and engagement aside, which FANNITA got followers from literally catcalling people. She is probably one of the least brand-friendly influencers that I can think of. And I know she's cleaned up her content and her act a lot since 2021, but I mean, at the end of the day, that's the image she created for herself. I know she feels like her weight held her back and she could never really say what she wanted to say, but from where I'm sitting, it kind of seems like the opposite. I think if FANNITA wasn't large in 2021 / fit a more generally conventional attractive beauty standard, I don't think she would have popped off as much at all. To be honest, I think she got and still gets a lot of passes to say a lot of really crazy things because the only thing we as woke society love more than a black woman is a loud, large, aggressive black woman because she plays into a caricature, okay? Is she funny? Is she mean? Is she sexually aggressive? It doesn't matter. She's a part of not one, but 3 marginalized communities, okay? So it doesn't matter what she is. She is a queen, right? She's gonna slay. She's gonna be our yes, hunty, slay, mama, the house down boots every time. And if you're sitting at home, quaking inside your little broke boy Walmart brand boots, okay, don't worry your pretty little head. This whole controversy happened entirely outside of Alex Earl's sphere of consciousness, okay? She's not even on the same planet with us, so. So, I mean, that's FANNITA. She was posting all those crazy videos, you know, with the eyes popped out and stuff about a month ago in May, right after she got her tummy tuck surgery to fix the loose skin from her weight loss. So my assumption is maybe there were some painkillers involved from the surgery. You know, maybe that's what was causing the craziness. I don't know. Allegedly. People were saying way worse drugs in the comments. So I feel like that's fair and tame. I don't know. As of the last week or so, she seems pretty back to posting her regular content. Me personally, I don't think that we need to deplatform her or unfollow her en masse. I just don't really like her content that much. I've always just kind of been a little icked out by the whole thing, and I definitely don't like to get flexed on by people who make 5 times my yearly salary for making funny little iPhone videos. All that being said, I'm glad she's successful. I like to see a black woman win, okay? I saw all those crazy videos go up and all these insane responses on the internet, and people see a video like the crazy one FANNITA posted where she was all, I should make the same money as Alex Earl, and, you know, it stirs up negative feelings in people, and they instantly attack, which isn't right. I did not set out to attack FANNITA with this video. I don't feel like I have. I've made an effort to represent her as honestly as I could and to respond to some of the points she's made in a way that's honest to me. And that's the best I can do. But I do hope all the stresses in her life ease up a bit and that she maybe puts her phone down and enjoys the life that she's built for herself. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new here, be sure to smash subscribe down below, guys. Smash subscribe. I do stream here every weekend, Saturdays and Sundays, and sometimes on a weeknight. I don't know. You might catch a random stream if you subscribe. I reacted to this live on my stream, actually. You can watch that VOD. I'll link that down below. I think that, and they made this point in this podcast a little bit earlier, I think that, like, her message, her overall message about black creators not getting paid as much as white creators, I think could totally be valid. Her delivery was so off that, like, her original point doesn't matter anymore. Like, it literally doesn't matter. Somebody else is gonna have to start this argument over and, like, make some sense, because I think, like, her delivery, like, at this point, everybody just thinks she's crazy, so there's, like, not really anything that she can say that I think people are going to take super seriously. But, again, like I said earlier, that's got to be, like, an incredibly tough thing to measure, right? Because in order to, like, really, like, push against the idea that black creators are making less money than white creators, you have to be able to pick 2 creators that are making the same exact kind of content and have the same exact marketability, right? Like, leave a like down there. I promise my next video won't be me ascending from the grave to attack another black woman, okay? I promise we'll do somebody white next time. Maybe an Asian. Latinx? I don't know. We'll see where life takes us. But until then, see you next time.